All right, it's June 30th, 4:15 in the morning. Okay, I just thought I'd give you an update with regards to how I'm feeling right now, regards to the whole episode of being sick. Okay, so this video is not going to give you anything of substantial value other than just just me communicating to whomsoever is interested. If nobody, it acts more like a vlog, kind of a diary. But yeah, you know me. When I speaks or share something, I always leave you with a moral of the story or something worthwhile. Okay, so it's 4:15 in the morning. I got up at around 2 o'clock. And by the way, my sugar glider has given birth to another baby. So from 4 sugar gliders, I ended up with 6 sugar gliders. I think she has given birth to another 2 more. So now there are 8 sugar gliders. There are too many sugar gliders. But then again, okay, let's see. My wife is happy. So this one will also be brown and striped. My wife wants only white. There's that fascination for white sugar gliders. Okay, so the point I was trying to make through this video was, I mean, today I woke up feeling much better than before. It has been, I think, a week since I've been sick. When it started off with a very bad lower back pain. I should have seen it coming, because normally what happens is when my body is moving towards getting sick, my joints start aching. So my lower back was paining for 2 days. I couldn't make out what the hell was happening. I should have picked up the signals. Then my knees started to pain. All the old injuries of many years ago. And it's really bad because your body tends to be stiff and you feel it, especially when you get up in the morning. Like you're tossing and turning and trying to sleep, and then suddenly you feel, oh man, some nerve is, paining me. So I wasn't able to pick up the signals, but I assumed I was getting the back pain because I was gaining weight. That was my assumption. Well, newsflash, I didn't gain any weight, because when I checked, when I went to the doctor to check, it was 68.7. Normally my weight is, when I'm just relaxed fasting, it's kind of 70 kg. So it's 68.7. But I also noticed another thing was my stomach was always getting bloated. I was having a lot of gas, and like I was not passing stool so easily. Like it would happen once in 2 days. So I was like, what exactly is going on? I couldn't figure it out. So I would get up every day in the morning with my stomach really bloated, like air was really filled in, and I really felt like stuffy, and my lower back was paining, and my knees were paining, and it just didn't feel good getting up in the morning. And then after that, I would, answer nature's call, go to the toilet. Okay, after that, I'd feel a little light. But then I was not actually feeling very good. So I was not picking up on the signals. And then if you remember watching the temple video where I went to the temple, I think that kind of pushed my body towards becoming sick, because you need to understand those people who are there. They are traveling like a traveling circus, kind of a traveling fair. So they carry along with them a lot of diseases, a lot of germs, a lot of sicknesses which are airborne. The food also is not the best quality. It's more of street food. The oil is kind of recycled, which they use for frying. The food, if it is not sold, it's mixed and reheated with the other items. So that's a risk you tend to take. So my body is not used to eating that. So it's not kind of strong, because if I was used to eating street food and I was eating street food every day, like those, for example, people in India who eat street food every day, their immune system is very strong. You can even see the same in the case of animals in the wild, when they drink water from ponds or lakes, and there are dead animals in that, or the water is not clean, how come they don't get sick? You can see that kind of short documentary is there on YouTube. So their immune system is so strong. They're so used to it because they're drinking from from the time they're babies. So they become very strong. So in the same way, it's like this guy who kept injecting himself with snake venom. His body developed so much of immunity over the years. Now any snake can just bite him, and nothing happens to him. He gets a little swelling, but then his body heals. So your body tends to evolve over time. For me, it was. For me, the problem was, or rather, I've been eating healthy food. So all of a sudden, I guess, change of weather, rain, and all that, and obviously, once a year, I always tend to get sick. And I was eating again processed food, sugars, and this and that. And then, as the body was getting sick, then I ended up going to that fair and eating that food. And that insect part of that video, which you saw, it was not just one take. It was a total of, I think, 3 to 4 takes. And I didn't enjoy it at all. I did it for the camera. The first time I did it, after finishing nearly 15 minutes of shooting, eating, munching, all that, I didn't enjoy it. Like it, and people ask me, how does it taste? It just tastes like popcorn with tasteless. Like if you're talking of almonds, when it really becomes like you completely break it down, how it is, powdery stuff. So that's how the insects taste, a very hard shell, like a popcorn kind of thing. Some have asked me, does it taste like chicken? Well, it depends if it's like not a dried insect, if it is slightly like soft and wet, but it should be cooked. Otherwise, it's very gooey, and I don't like that. So I ate the first time. Then my wife, sometimes I get so irritated with her. It just blows my mind as to like why. Like, but I guess she has a couple of things on her head sometimes. So instead of telling me any problems before we start shooting, she tells me after we finish shooting. So after we finish taking the video, then she tells me, I don't think the video came out proper. I said, why? She said, because the light was behind you. You know, the lights, no? So I was like, oh man, couldn't you tell me this goddamn shit before we started, taking the video? Why are you telling me after we shot the video? Like, and over the years I've learned to control my temper. So I said, we need to do it again. Okay. And I need to stuff my face with these goddamn insects. So I said, can you do your goddamn job properly? Like, it's like you are given one assignment, at least do that goddamn assignment properly, So again, so this time I made sure, like, I saw the camera where I should be standing. I said, you stand here. Then I saw it. I said, you stand here and I'll stand there. And I asked her, now is it coming proper? Fine. Okay. Still, she did make a few mistakes in terms of focusing, whether on the insects or whether focusing on myself. But, I salvaged whatever we could. Out of the 15-20 minutes, I think I was able to take out a 1-minute YouTube shorts. The rest, you just delete it. And for the long form video, I just took whatever was there. Rest, everything, whatever I shot I just got rid of it. And you might not know this, but when you're shooting and taking insects, especially that behind the scenes thing, there are times where people just come in front of the camera. There are times where people start talking, and then there are groups of youngsters who are shouting. So you're taking a video, and I can't blame them. It's a public place. So they're all shouting, screaming, and all that. Then you have to stop shooting your video. And then sometimes you get these young boys who they think it's funny. They think it's funny, like you're shooting the video and they come, hello, hello. They'll come like this. So politely you say hello. But after you say politely hello, it's like then more of their friends come, hello, hello. They'll come, and if that was not irritating enough, and then you get what, like my wife is here, I'm here, and they'll come in front of the camera, hello, hello, and oh, sometimes it drives me nuts. And okay, that is a public fare, but imagine the same headache I face when I'm walking and making my videos, and these boys are on their cycle. Okay, boys and girls, they are on their cycle, and they'll make it a point to follow you. They'll make it a point to follow you, and on your camera, obviously I can't see it at the back, but my camera is here, my GoPro, I'm here, they are behind me, and they make all these funny actions, and sometimes they are just doing all these stunts on the bike, on their cycle, and you tend not to notice this. But after, sometime you start hearing noises and you look back and you realize they're making all these signs and all this stuff, and then you're like, man, I can't use this video. So once I literally had to, I don't like confrontation. I don't want to, make things ugly, because especially, they are kind of a neighbors kind of thing. I stopped shooting and I stood right in front of them. I was like, what? What do you want? And then they realize it's no longer funny. Hey, sorry, hey. So it was pretty much a headache there. Then, sorry, went on a tangent about irritation. So I was giving you some of the challenges in terms of shooting. Then, I'm tired, my wife is tired, and the kid is also. This is one more thing which you did not notice with regards to what happened at the shooting of the temple. My kid wanted to go for jumping, and she has this tendency where, all children have this tendency where they tend to ask jumping, like if they want something, they'll not ask you once, they'll ask you every 5 minutes. And even if you tell them, yeah, I will take you after some time or after this, still, the attention span is 5 minutes, and again they'll keep asking. So my daughter, throughout the shooting, not every 5 minutes, but after every 10 to 15 minutes, mummy, jumping, and I had to edit and remove many parts of the video, sometimes silence it. So that was also kind of irritating. Yeah, so that was another challenge that I faced. So finally, after we took the kid for her jumping bit, but that is not where the kid is satisfied. Then the kid gets hungry, then the kid gets tired, then the kid, mummy, carry me, then mummy, I want to go home, and you know how it goes. So you're trying to balance all that out. And, I know that wife is also part of the video. So I wasn't too after that insect incident. Thankfully, it was towards the ending. But then I kind of said, okay, I don't want to spoil her mood. So I tried to cheer her up, and the best way to cheer her up was I just told her, would you like to buy something? Or at first her mood was down, but then I said, okay, I'll give you some money to spend, and then she cheered up. And then obviously she, she's also a young female. She just wants to enjoy herself. So I said, I'll take the baby. You enjoy yourself, have a little fun and whatever. And we finished the final shooting of that, a Buddha statue. If you see the video, you'll see that. And then then I took the video of me walking all the way back. Here's one more thing which you may not have noticed. After I walked all the way back, my wife was supposed to come. I did not leave her. There. I stayed there, waited with the scooter, because understand this much. You're talking of, it's a public event. People can get drunk. They can be troublemakers. They can be pickpocketers. They can be dangerous individuals. So I was expecting my wife to finish off, say 15-20 minutes, maximum half an hour. But lo and behold, she took around nearly an hour because, she now wants to do her thing as a single female, go and shopping and do some crazy stuff. And it's a good thing I waited because even though we took two scooters, um, I asked my daughter, where did wifey, come with a scooter? We had taken two scooters that particular day. And my baby kind of told me there. And finally I kept driving and I found where she had parked her scooter. And where she parked her scooter, there were two, three other scooters parked behind her. So there was no way she could have taken it back. And just imagine if I had taken my baby and gone home and told her, okay, you come home later on. And if she wasn't able to reach me, she wouldn't have been able to pull out her scooter from those other scooters which are parked by young boys or whatever. So, because I waited for her, when she came back, we were able to remove the scooters together. It took us around 15-20 minutes. I took out the scooters. And then finally made her sit there. And she was like, oh, thank you for waiting. Thank you, thank you. Others, I don't know how would I've come home or I would have called you and I don't know. When you are a married man, you have to take responsibility for your wife and children. So anyway, this was part of the temple. I was talking more about the sickness now. So yeah, after this temple incident, I did fall very badly sick. Uh, I was not too sure whether it was COVID because there were some cases of people getting COVID, but it was kind of COVID, more of influenza, flu, and it really messed up my system. Yeah, the biggest problem for me, at least, was not. I had a cough, I had cold, I had headache, I had body pain, I had fever, and my energy levels were all over the place. Like I would get up in the morning, I'd feel little fresh, have a shower, but herein is where the problem is. After I get up, I have to take the medicine. So after I wake up, I don't generally eat. I don't want to eat. Like today, after I woke up, I felt a little better. I wanted to make my video, but then again, I remembered I had to take medicine. So for medicine, you have to take protein. And I ended up having like 4 eggs or 6 eggs, yellow, just the yellow bit, with coffee. But the problem is, I feel stuffy if I eat a bit too much, and I have to eat because I have to take all these medicines which are here, these medicines and this paracetamol and all that. And you are supposed to take it only after food. And the doctor did advise me that this influenza medicine is slightly strong and it'll make you feel pukish. So just imagine my energy levels are good and I don't want to eat food and I wanted to work. But then I can't do that because I have to take these medicines. There is a course, you have to take it for 5 days. So I end up stuffing myself even though I'm not feeling hungry. And then after I stuff myself, I feel very uneasy. And then you start feeling pukish. And then I started feeling sleepy because, I've just pushed my, insulin or sugar levels up, even though sugar is not there. And then you feel stuffed and then you don't feel like working. And then you feel drowsy. So where I got up in the morning to do work, I'm feeling messed up. Like even right now, I told you, I got up at 2 o'clock. I had to prepare breakfast, so that took time. And then obviously when I'm cooking, you notice things are dirty and unkempt, and the sink is kind of blocked because you have your wife and kid doing all the work, and so like and I'm OCD. Like I have to keep things properly clean. If I see the sink slightly blocked, I have to clean that. Boiling eggs and all that ended up taking 1 hour. I decided, okay, have a shower because when you get up, you have fever also. You sweat a lot. So as I was doing that, finished the shower, and then when you come back to the room, the problem when you're sick is it's surrounded by tissue. You keep blowing your nose. You have medicines. You have bits of paper. You have it's a mess. It's not like a normal room. It becomes like a, and there is that smell of not only you slept and you woke up because you were sweating. Slight smell is there, so I always like to ventilate. Then I clean it with Dettol or disinfectant, so that smell is there. Then sometimes you eat pistachios and you get that flaky stuff all around. So by the time you clean up everything and you're just in you get back into the zone of working, and then you're like, oh sheesh, I still have to finish that breakfast. Then you remove the eggshells, you make everything ready, you make your coffee ready, bring it down here. Your mind is still, you want to do work, then you have to finish all this. By the time you finish and you put on the camera again, you're like, oh fish, man, I feel sleepy now, I feel drowsy. So it has been quite a challenge for me. Today is the last day for these medicines. I'm just waiting for it to get over. After it gets over, I'll go back to my intermittent fasting, whereby I don't have to stuff myself to start my day. And I'm actually tempted to try another no food fast but this time just 5 days. I'll not go 7, I'll not go beyond that. Maybe 3 days or 5 days, because I just want to clean up the system. Yeah, it has been a mess. It has been a bad mess. I've really struggled through this sickness. Even the videos that I made, you would not believe me if I tell you this. 15-minute video that I did shoot. I made a video of Durv Rathi, another one, which I still have to upload. It's about him being a prime minister. And I also spoke about an interaction and engagement with the client. It's unbelievable that I had to reshoot those videos. Just those two, a total of 16 times. In total, altogether, 16 times. So you can imagine, where if a video is, for example, 10 minutes, imagine 10-minute video into 16, 160 minutes of video, out of which I only get 10 minutes. So I had to keep shooting it again and again and again because I was not happy with the finished product. And it's all because of all these medicines. Even right now, I'm feeling pukish, I'm feeling dry, my throat is paining. I have, something is stuck in your nose and when you blow, nothing comes out. So I have that bit also. So yeah, I'm just waiting to get out of this medicine. And if you notice, my face is slightly puffy, man. So yeah, these are the challenges that you face if your health is not in place, And that is why, if you notice, I've told you, as you grow older, your focus is more towards your health. If your health is not in place, you're messed up, man. You're seriously messed up. I didn't think I'd make this video to be like, it says here 23 minutes now. But then this was the kind of frustration of being sick and the behind the scenes and then, all other pet peeves of having a wife and kid at home, whereby if you want to sleep, you can't sleep because a baby woke up, and then, and you're trying to sleep and get a nap, and suddenly the wife just barges in your door and, oh, sorry, I didn't know you're sleeping. And obviously, once after your sleep gets destroyed, you're not going to sleep again. And then when you're in a mood to make a video and, baby makes noise, those are the challenges of being married, I guess. Yeah, and apart from that, the dog barking and delivery guys coming to your house at odd times, especially when you're in a zone of making a video. Anyway, I should be grateful at least I have those things. But, then again, this was more of a rant. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Like I said, I'm just glad that this medicines today is going to be the last day. Today being a Sunday, it's going to be the last day. I'm just waiting to finish this course and get back to normal health. I would definitely get back to my intermittent fasting. I want to empty the body and stop this stuffing myself to take a medicine, get the insulin high, and I'm not enjoying this one bit. Not enjoying this one bit at all. And then maybe to reset the body, I'll just go on a 5 day fast. It's there bugging me back of my head. Not 1 week. 1 week will be too long. 5 days max, just to clean up the body and reset the body again. I know I said I wouldn't do it for the rest of the year, but it started to bug me again. But yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I have no idea if you have watched this video, but then again, like I always say, for such videos, if you do watch it, let me know who you are, so that I always love to know. Oh, these are the guys who watch videos no matter what. Anyway, if you watched it so far, I appreciate. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know who is crazy enough to watch this kind of video. And yeah, if you watched it, below the part that you watched it, just mention if you want any topic or any video for me to create. I'll do it as a thank you from my side to you. All right. Any questions? Let me know. Feel free. Any topic suggestions? If you watched so long, mention down below. And let's go on, man. Show must go on. So right now it's 4:41 in the morning. World is sleeping. I'm doing what I love. But then again, it's fun. And no complaints. Anyway, you guys take care. This is me signing off. Ciao.